Welcome to PreMath. In this video, we have got this blue square that consists of this purple shaded right triangle, the green shaded right triangle, this white trapezoid, and finally this another trapezoid as well. As you can see in this given diagram, such that the area of this trapezoid has been given to us as 15 centimeter square, whereas the area of this another trapezoid is 24 centimeter square. And now our task is to calculate the area of this purple shaded triangle, and we are going to calculate the area of this green shaded triangle as well. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe. And please keep in mind that this figure may not be 100% true to the scale. Let's go ahead and get started. And here's our very first step. We know that this is the main diagonal of this blue square. So that means the area of this half of this square is going to be equal to the area of this half. If I label the area of this green shaded triangle as x and the area of this purple shaded triangle as y, then we can write that this part of the area, which is y plus 15, is going to be equal to this part area, which is x plus 24. So I can write x plus 24. And if I subtract 15 from both sides, then we can see this cancels out. So therefore our y value is going to be equal to x plus 9. So therefore we could see the value of this y. I'm going to replace that one with x plus 9. So therefore if the area of this green triangle is x, then the area of this purple shaded triangle is going to be x plus 9. And now our task is to find the value of x. And now let's make an observation. We can see this is our horizontal line, and here I have dropped this perpendicular line that passes through this point of intersection, and as a result we are ended up with these two rectangles, this rectangle and this rectangle, and likewise this square and this tiny square as well. And now we can see this is the diagonal for this square. So that means this area, which is x plus 9, is going to be equal to this part of the area. If this area is x plus 9, then this triangle area is going to be x plus 9 as well. And likewise for this tiny square, if this area is x, then this triangle area is going to be x as well. And now let's focus on this whole trapezoid. Its area is 24, and moreover we know that this triangle area is x plus 9. So therefore this rectangle area is going to be simply 24 minus x plus 9, and that could be written as 24 minus x minus 9, and that is going to be equal to 15 minus x. So the area of this rectangle turns out to be 15 minus x. And likewise we are going to focus on this trapezoid as well. Its area is 15, and we know this triangle area is x. So therefore this rectangle area is going to be simply 15 minus x. So therefore the area of this whole square part is going to be x plus 9, and x plus 9, if we add them together, that is going to give us 2x plus 18. And likewise the area of this tiny square is going to be equal to x plus x is going to give us 2 times x. So thus we are ended up the area of this rectangle as 15 minus x. The area of this rectangle is 15 minus x. The area of this tiny square is 2x. And the area of this square is 2x plus 18. Before we proceed any further, let me go over the basic review. And let's focus on this big rectangle, which consists of these 4 rectangles, such that the area of this tiny rectangle is uppercase A, the area of this another rectangle is uppercase B, the area of this rectangle is uppercase C, and the area of this rectangle is uppercase D. Then by crisscross method we can write the area A and area C. If we multiply, this should be equal to the area B times this area D, as you can see in this given equation. So thus we can write A times C equals to B times D. And now if you're wondering how this could be possible, and here's a simple explanation. Let me label this side length of this rectangle lowercase a, this side lowercase b, this side of this rectangle is lowercase c, and this side is lowercase d. Then this side has got to be lowercase c, lowercase d, and this side is going to be lowercase a and lowercase b. And now let's recall the area of rectangle formula. Area is always equal to length times the width of the rectangle. So therefore the area of this tiny rectangle is going to be, these 2 dimensions are a and c. So this is going to be simply a times c. The area for this rectangle is going to be b times c. The area of this rectangle is going to be a times d. And finally the area of this rectangle is going to be b times d. And now let's go ahead and fill in the blanks in this equation. Our a value is a times c, and our c value is b times d, and the question mark is the left hand side equals to the right hand side? B value is b times c, and our d value is a times d. And if we multiply and rearrange, we can write a times b times c times d, and this question mark equals to, on the right hand side, this could also be written as a times b times c times d. And here we can see, since the left hand side equals to right hand side, so this is indeed a valid statement. So therefore we are going to apply this concept on this given problem. So therefore we can write this area times this opposite area 2x should be equal to 15 minus x times 15 minus x. In other words, we are going to crisscross. So therefore I can write 2 times x and then times 2x plus 18 is going to be equal to 15 minus x, and then times 15 minus x as well. Let's go ahead and multiply. So this is going to give us 4x square plus 36 x is going to be equal to, on the right hand side, if we multiply, that's going to give us 225 minus 30x plus x square. And now we are going to move everything on the left hand side, as you can see in this next step. And now let's combine the like terms. We are going to have 3x square plus 66x minus 225 equal to 0. So thus we are ended up with this quadratic equation 3x squared plus 66x minus 225 equal to 0, and we are going to solve by using the quadratic formula. And here's the quadratic formula that we will be using. And here our coefficient lowercase a value is 3, b value is 66, and constant c value is negative 225. And now we are going to fill in the blanks in this quadratic formula. As you can see in this next step, I have plugged in all those a, b, c values. As you can see in this next step, we are ended up with the x equals to negative 66 plus or minus 84 all over 6. And if we simplify furthermore, our x value turns out to be negative 11 plus or minus 14. And now we are going to split these positive and negative signs. As you can see in this next step, one with a plus sign, the other one with the negative signs. Let's simplify. So we got x equals to positive 3, and here x is going to be equal to negative 25. And now we can see x represents the area, so therefore x cannot have a negative value. So therefore we are going to reject this negative value of x, and we are going to accept x equal to positive 3. So therefore our area x value simply turns out to be 3. So thus this green shaded triangle area, which is x, turns out to be equal to 3. And likewise the area of this purple shaded triangle is going to be x plus 9. X value is 3 plus 9 is going to give us equals to 12. So thus after all the calculations and manipulations, the area of the green shaded triangle turns out to be 3 centimeters square. And likewise the area of the purple shaded triangle is 12 centimeters square. And that's our final answer. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos. Bye.